acid attacks. I mean, it's a fucking like if you want to attack someone, it's like the best way to do it.
Yeah. It's pretty fucked
Like,
up. Can you imagine like
yeah,
Joe Biden like attacked by like a bucket of acid?
he'd look the exact same.
That's fucked up. He he looked like those like dogs that are like super floppy and gross.
Wait, the like toilet paper dogs? Wait, no,
Yeah.
I only know that because I'm New Zealand.
What?
That brand of that breed of dog is like a toilet paper brand here.
I still said yes because I thought it was like a metaphor.
No, like the hold on, like the is it like these fucking things? I can't get an HD image.
Send the lowest quality dog image you can find.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool. I'll click that. Yes, I'll go there. Dude, my anti-malware blocked it, dude. What are you linking me? What the fuck?
I just tried to copy image and send it. It didn't work.
Literally, I mean, it got blocked.
All right, hold on. This one. It's like these fucking motherfuckers.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Those types of dogs.
those are the toilet paper dogs here. That's what I know them as.
You guys don't have the bears? The
No, we don't have
Charmin
Charmin
ultra soft
bears.
bears? No.
No, we have the fucking Purex dog. That's him.
Does he
Well,
does
that's
he
not
wipe
him.
his ass?
No, he's a real dog. He just shows up in the commercials.
What does that have to do with wiping his ass? Nothing. He's just the character.
What? Yeah, he's just like the mascot. He doesn't wipe his ass with the toilet paper. I think it's because he kind of looks like a bunch of toilet paper bundled up.
That's weird. That's kind of strange.
So it's like you're wiping your ass with the dog.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Why? Every time I wipe my, because I have this toilet paper in my house right now, and every time I wipe my ass with it, I imagine it's the dog, and I get really, really happy.
Well, then I guess it's working. I guess that's pretty good marketing.
Yeah. Did you know Chris Chan played Danny Brown in her latest stream?
Is that true?
Yes.
Like on purpose? Like it wasn't like, hey, can you click? Can you watch this? Can you click this?
I don't know.
I think Peggy should start beefing with real people like Chris Chan and not fake people like Freddie Gibbs.
I love the beef between Freddie Gibbs because he's like Freddie Gibbs like doesn't give a fuck.
I know, but
Like obviously he cares.
but
But
Peggy
Piggy's
cares
like
so
heated.
much. I know.
Yeah. Freddie Gibbs is just like a guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of Freddie Gibbs. I think he's funny. And he seems like charismatic. A lot more than Piggy, in my opinion. Piggy gives off this sort of like scary energy.
Yeah. He does.
But Freddie Gibbs gives off like he's gonna give me a glass of water when I'm too drunk at the bar.
That's
I don't know.
nice. That's nice of him to do.
Yeah. Right? Thanks, Freddie.
What do
Gee, did I tell you? Wait,
I'll let you go.
Alright. No, you go.
Okay. I was gonna say some bullshit. What were you gonna say?
I saw a guy. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I saw a guy. I had 3 cultural observations yesterday. One was the tweaker in the Domino's parking lot, asleep. Even though it was 3 p.m. 2 was the. What am I telling you?
Was the guy was the Domino's guy? Was he like on the concrete?
Yep.
Wow,
He wasn't dead. I looked,
that's good.
but he was definitely asleep / unconscious. So. What was my other culture? Oh yeah, it was a great big large woman in an electric scooter that had a T-shirt on that said "We'll run for chocolate." That made me chuckle a little.
That is crazy.
That was that was an insane
That's
shit.
cute.
And I was
That's
like,
crazy.
I was like, this is sick. And I forget what the third one was because it wasn't as important.
Will run for chocolate.
We'll run for chocolate. And then I was like, oh yeah.
Do you think that that's a shirt that she bought herself or somebody bought for her?
100% she bought it herself.
Do you think so?
Yeah. I feel like if someone else bought it for her, she wouldn't wear it.
That's fair.
Also, you don't gift someone a shirt like that. I feel like.
I
Is that like
mean,
rude?
if it's like your like best friend or like somebody you know really well.
Yeah, that's true. Like, my homie really likes chocolate. So I'm gonna get them this "We'll Run for Chocolate" shirt. I don't know.
How different is that from like the I paused my game to be here like shirts?
Yeah,
I feel like it's
it's the
very
same thing,
similar.
but for like food.
Yeah.
There's like tons of shirts like that. It's like the I don't know. Like I'd rather be eating a Whopper. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's the exact same as like I'd rather be gaming.
I'd rather be watching movies right now. I wish I was at the movies.
Yeah, why are there shirts like that?
you, you
Why isn't
never
there
see
like
that.
yeah? Why isn't there like the movie watcher instead of like the gamer?
Yeah.
And it's like
I paused my
it's
movie
like
to be here.
I paused my movie to be. What would be like a good movie? I to
To
like
be
put
like,
on that shirt. Like I paused like blank to be here.
um,
I paused Dune 1 and 2 IMAX screening to be
yeah, back to back,
here.
director's cut.
Just cut. I paused my 8-hour long Super Mario 64 video essay to be here.
Talking about how like fucking Mario's a, I don't know, something to do with like
Mario
the
can like
Chinese Empire.
the Chinese Empire, and that's why he can like clip through the floor in like one level.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of video essays.
I'm not. I don't.
ContraPoints. I don't watch ContraPoints really, but she just released like a Twilight video. I'm like, oh, dude, this is right up my alley.
Dude, I've only seen Twilight like twice, and each time I've been fucked up. But because why else would you watch Twilight? But like, I didn't realize Robert Pattinson was that bad in that movie.
Is he bad? I haven't. I don't think I've ever seen the films.
Dude, he is fucking terrible. Like, he's the funniest part of the movie by miles.
That's crazy.
Just because his acting is so fucking insane. Like that, he's like the whole time he's like, "You don't want to talk to me. You don't want to be with me. I could hurt you." It's like it's literally like it's shit like that, and it's like, oh my god, this is Robert Pattinson, a guy I would consider like one of my favorite actors now.
Yeah.
It's this fucking bozo.
Do you think was it him or was it the director? You think, or like the
Oh,
writing of the film?
it was so the director, or I don't know. It was probably the writing more than anything. But like, fuck, is he embarrassing in that movie? Like, if I watched that back, I would be embarrassed. I would be so sincerely embarrassed. Wait, speaking of actors being embarrassed, I have a story, a little
Okay.
factoid, a little piece of knowledge. Have you seen Inside Llewyn Davis?
No.
Fuck, how have I not shown that to you yet? All right. Anyways,
There's
our
lots of
boy
things you haven't
Adam.
shown me.
Shut up, dumb. Adam Driver's in there, and he's fucking great in it. But he said he watched it back and he was so embarrassed with himself that he has since never watched back footage of him acting.
Like it.
Never. He doesn't watch the
Ever?
movies he's in. He doesn't. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Right. He was just like, no, I'm just not doing it anymore. I'm gonna act, and then that's it.
You should definitely go watch 65. That movie sucks.
Oh, that's the new
Yeah.
Adam Driver
The alien or
where
no,
he's like in
the
fucking
dinosaur movie.
Dino Times. Yeah,
Yeah.
that movie looks like horse shit.
I got excited because I'm a sucker for like cool monster designs, and it was like, oh no, it's just dinosaurs.
Dude, I'm waiting for like a fucking good Cthulhu movie.
The lighthouse is like it's not Cthulhu, but
It's
it's like
but
it's
it's
like
it's
it's like it's
it's
like
yeah, it's
Lovecraftian.
similar. It's yeah. I mean, it's Prometheus, the
The sea.
Greek the Greek parable or whatever of Prometheus, the guy who stole the fire from the gods.
Oh,
That's what the lighthouse is based on.
that makes sense.
Willem Dafoe is the god and fucking Brooke Henson's Prometheus, and it was too much for him, and he died. And literally, that the ending where he gets his fucking like liver eaten out by seagulls. That's direct from the parable. That exact thing happens in the parable. Except I think it's vultures.
That makes sense. Did you? I forgot that was freaking. I almost said Porter Robinson, Robert Pattinson. Because
Yeah.
I was about to ask you like, oh, what's some like good films he's in? Because I've only seen the Batman, but no, yeah, the Lighthouse.
He's in the lighthouse. He's in Good Times, the one I just mentioned.
Wait, good. Wait, which one is that one?
That's the one by the Uncut Gems guys.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen
He was in that one where he's like a prisoner on a spaceship. I don't remember that one very well.
that. I haven't seen that.
He was in Twilight.
We should watch the Twilight movies.
I haven't seen the sequels. I've only seen the first one. But honestly, I'd be keen to watch the first one with you because I was like legitimately surprised. Like I was like I knew it was bad. I didn't expect it to be that bad.
Hmm.
Like the dialogue is all so disgustingly awkward and like not in like a intentionally comedic way.
It's just strange.
Yeah. But yeah, the movie rips. Twilight would definitely give a recommend.
Shout out Twilight.
Shout out Twilight.
Me and you, we've been. We can give the viewers. I'm breaking the fourth wall. I'm gonna talk to the
Whoa!
viewers. Whoa, guys. So what have we been watching recently? Because as
Soul.
everyone knows that watches us.
Yeah.
Instead of actually making content, we just watch stuff together.
We just watched Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. Or like do this exact same thing, except we're not recording.
Yeah,
So except we do it like every single day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is fucking stupid when I'm thinking about it. Because we haven't posted a fucking episode in a year.
Yeah. And we hang out like every week.
We hang out like all the time. We do exactly this. But we just don't record it.
Yeah. But yeah, so we watched through Breaking Bad, and then we were going through Saul. But we keep having like tangents where it's like we'll watch like full series of shows.
Yeah.
That are like
like
we watched.
I put you on the Midnight Mass.
We watched Midnight Mass. We watched Love on the Spectrum.
We did. That's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing. And then there's like other series that we like hop back and forth on.
Yeah,
like,
we watched like the other Flanagan shit, Haunting of Hill House.
Did we didn't finish that, did we?
We didn't finish that. I think we watched like the first like one or two episodes.
First couple, yeah.
Yeah.
We always go back to My 600-Pound Life and like Hoarders.
Yes, those are classics, dude. Those are like staples of my mind.
Yeah.
That beautiful series. I just love exploitative television, I think.
It's great.
It's so good. We should watch the like isn't there like the Love on the Spectrum before like Queers now? Didn't they make that?
It probably there's an Australian version, so I'm sure there's probably a gay version.
Wasn't the Australian the original one?
Probably. I don't know.
I think that one came out first. Only the sick mind of an Australian to come up with a TV show like that.
Yeah. Sick and twisted.
The sick and twisted mind of a fucking filthy Aussie dog. This is Sam's patriotism
coming
podcast.
Up. New Zealand #1.
New Zealand #1, Australia #0.
Yep.
As I've told you about how like New Zealand hates Australia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's pretty funny, to be honest, because every New Zealander ends up moving to Australia.
Is that real?
At least all of them, all the ones that are my age. Yeah, because there's nothing here. There's nothing here. No one lives here. It's the size of like a flyover state. No one lives here.
Yeah, it is. It is like
It's
you have
it's,
like a really small population where it's like the chance of you being born in New Zealand is like so incredibly low.
yeah. Like when I was born, like New Zealand had like 4 million people, I think. It
What is that? Who's texting me?
yeah. What the dude? Unprofessional.
Sorry. Go on.
Um, I feel like saying yeah. It had like 3 million people in it, which is
Out of
like
like
I don't know,
the like 7 billion people that were on the
7 billion. Yeah, but it's like also then you could just be like, well, you're more likely to be born in China. Like, well, yeah.
planet. I mean, that is true.
Like, yeah, the odds are you're gonna get born in China, but like, I don't know. Fuck being born in tiny little places where nothing happens. It stinks.
Agreed.
We all know. We all know. Dude, I had stories. I was in bed last night thinking about things like stories I was gonna tell, and now I've woken up and I'm just fucking
You're
like
blank.
I'm blanked. Oh, I had one. This was what I remember. I mentioned this to you.
You had one
I
that you were
hadn't told you the
saving.
story.
You were
Yes,
saving for a year.
yes. I was. It's been longer. It's been like 2 years since the story happened. Now, probably longer actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it would have been because I was living in my mother's house at the time. So this was fucking yonks ago, and this is the story I deem as the house party from hell is what I. Because it's a catchy title. Um, fucking. So I had a house party at my mother's place. This was not unusual. My mother was out on the weekends. Me and my buddies would come around, get drunk, watch movies, normal stuff.
Yeah.
One day we invited my soon-to-be flatmate around to meet the crew, meet the gang, meet my homies, have a little drink, watch some films. So the night begins. It's pretty cruisy. We're sitting around. We have a couple beers. Eventually, I don't know why the whole group like migrates into my bedroom and starts like clowning on me for shitting there. But it's like whatever. It doesn't matter. But Sid, future flatmate, who I will now refer to as Progressica,
Yeah.
Progressica, was out in the lounge still while we were in the room, and we were probably in my bedroom for maximum like 20 minutes, right? And we come outside, and Progressica is sitting on the ground, like in the middle of like the walkway between like the kitchen and the lounge. And we are like, that's fine. They're probably just like tired. Or, fucking whatever, sitting down. Who gives a fuck? And then they lie down. And it's like, okay, they're probably really tired. And then like half an hour to an hour goes past. And we look at the drinks that Progressica had bought, and it was 2 bottles of very cheap vodka, and one of them was entirely empty, and the other one was 3/4 of the way empty. And we were like,
Jesus
oh no.
Christ.
we all went, they're not tired. They're fucked up. And what you've got to understand about Progressica is they're very tall. They're around, I think, 6'5" ish.
That's like your height.
No, I'm not that tall. Sorry, viewers. I'm 6'2". 6'2". And anyways, shut the fuck up, 5'7", Andy. I don't
You're
have to talk to you.
you're literally 5'10", and you can't convince me otherwise. Sorry, go
Dude,
on.
I could. Okay, eat my shit. So we were like, okay, this might be like a problem. But and she was just sort of laying there, and we were like, okay, that's fine, and like was like just like asleep, like passed out, and we were like, okay, that's probably like the best outcome right now, that she's just asleep. right? Like, I don't know, digesting, getting the poison out.
Yeah.
But then she gets up and like in at the speed of fucking sound, like no one even saw her get up and leave. She like sprinted to the bathroom, and we're like, okay, she's going to go barf. Wait, no, that's not what happened at all. She said she was going to be sick. I'm sorry, I'm lying. Forgive me. This story was 2 years ago.
You're good.
So she was passed out on the ground, and then she was like, "I'm gonna be sick," and I'm like, "You're not throwing up in my fucking lounge. My mother's gonna come home and fucking cut me up into little pieces." So it took us because once again, like 6'5", average build, you know,
Yeah.
it takes a couple people to carry that, especially when Progressica has gone completely dead weight.
They limp, yeah.
Entirely dead weight. And so it took like 4 of us grabbing each limb. And we had to haul Progressica to the bathroom. And then where Progressica promptly threw the toilet.
Hold on, you just lagged for like 10 seconds.
Fuck!
It was like when she got to the toilet.
Okay, yeah. She went to the fucking toilet and promptly threw up in the bathtub. And then threw up on the ground in front of the toilet, and then threw up on the toilet seat, and then opened up the toilet and threw up in the toilet. And
Jesus.
so I was like, okay, this is already not good. So, and then Progressica was like, I think I'll just stay here. And we're like, that's a really good idea. So Progressica goes, it stays there, and we wash out the bathtub, and we clean it out, and we put down like a bunch of cushions and stuff. And so Progressica's just laying in the bath, like head over into the toilet from the bathtub.
Yeah.
And then at some point, Progressica goes, I want to lie down. And so I pull out the pull-out couch that was like in my like dining area, I guess. And I get that all set up where I forgot to tell you, during the toilet moment she threw up on me and I had to get changed.
Okay.
And then while we're assisting her onto this pull-out couch, Progressica proceeds to then throw up on me again, and like 2 of my buddies, as well as all over the pull-out couch and all of my sliding screen door. And I'm
What the
like,
fuck?
dude,
What the fuck?
I'm like, dude, this is, and this is the point where I'm getting, and I'm just like, this fucking sucks. And then it turns out, so we called up Progressica's buddy, who knows a lot more about Progressica than we do, and who knows the meds that Progressica was taking at the time. Turns out, don't drink alcohol on them. So we had to literally call poison control, who then redirected us to the emergency line, and had to call a fucking ambulance.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And this was after I got thrown up on for a 3rd time. At which point, because like we were all just, because I had her arm like in my upper arm, her head in my upper arm, trying to like direct her mouth into the bowl so she'd stop vomiting all over my shit and
Yeah.
into a bowl. And all that happened was she threw up on me, and I was like, okay.
Okay.
I was like, okay, someone else deal with this. And then I heard about like the poison control stuff, and I was like, okay. But I was like, I was so done at this point. Like my house was in fucking shambles. There was broken shit, and so I just vomit everywhere, and so I started getting really drunk because I'm really intelligent. I just started slamming beers pretty much. I was just pissed off and like unhappy, and so I was just slamming beers, and fucking I got so drunk So my buddies were waiting outside for the ambulance to arrive, like in their car, and they saw me lean over to try to pat my cat outside, and I leaned over too far and just went, and my forehead hit the fucking driveway.
Wait, okay, wait. I
I
remember
told
you
you this
injuring
part.
yourself that way. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I told you this part, and then
That's like a toddler. That's like what a baby
literally,
does.
I was top heaving like a fucking baby, and I fell over, and I didn't realize like I'd fucked myself up, and I walked back inside, and there's like blood dripping down my face and shit. I didn't realize, and he was like, "Holy shit, Sam, are you okay?" And I'm like, I was fucking drunk, but I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And immediately I trip over our coffee table.
Jesus Christ.
And like slam into the wall. And he was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go sit down." And I sat down for the rest of the night, just like I don't know, like slowly drinking water to try to sober myself up a bit. Um, and then so we dragged Progressica from the bed back into the bathroom because she'd throw up again. And then Progressica, just in a flash, bolts out of the fucking house, from bathroom out of the house in like a pantosecond, like the fucking speed of goddamn light. Like we had someone on bathroom duty making sure she didn't leave, and she just sprinted out.
What the fuck?
And then my buddy in the car waiting outside for the ambulance had to run after her and fucking rugby tackle her into the fucking pavement so she wouldn't run away.
Jesus Christ, this is horrible.
It's the fucking house party from hell. I told you.
Actually,
Dude.
hell.
And then the ambulance arrived. He left. Everyone left because the vibes were abysmal and bad. And I went to bed, and I woke up the next morning, and I cleaned the best I could to my ability. And fucking I'm at my mate's place because he was hosting something else, like another night, like a different person. And I was like, okay, I'll be there. And my mother comes home on the same day, and during the night, I get a text from my mother, and it says like, "Furious" doesn't even begin to describe it, and I'm like, "Fuck, fuck, fuck!" It's so over. And so I asked my buddy, dude. I pussied out like a bitch. I was like, "Can I crash at yours tonight? I do not want to go home. I don't want to get fucking ripped into for like 3 hours." And they were like, "Sure." So I crashed there, and I came home, and my mother was fucking pissed. I did a pretty good job, all things considered. If she had seen what it looked like beforehand, she would have killed me. She would have full on killed me. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole story. And then I promptly moved out.
Yeah.
This was like 2 weeks before I moved out as well.
Wow.
So yeah, that's my story.
That shit is horrible.
That was my saved story. The house party from hell.
The house party from hell.
And this was in like fucking 2021.
That's a while ago.
But yeah, it was miserable.
Yeah, sounds just abysmal.
It was. All right. You've been doing shit. You went to a bunch of concerts. Go.
Yeah, yeah. So the two concerts I've been to recently, or not recently, but like since the last episode, I saw 100 Gex in Chicago, and I saw Jane Remover, uh, twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I have seen them
Because
twice,
you
but was that before the?
no,
I
that
don't
was
remember.
after.
It
Because
was after.
you did 100 gig. Wait, did we talk about 100 gigs in the last one?
No,
100
I don't
gigs
think so.
concert. Because that was before the Jane Remover, the first one, right?
Yeah, it was in like, no, it was wait. Let me.
Which one was first? Was the first Jane Remover first, or was 100 gigs first?
The first Jane Remover one was in like. Hold on, I'm gonna check real quick.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think the 100 gigs was first.
No, the first one, the first Jane one was first.
Was it? Okay, I'm gay.
It was. It's gonna start. Okay, it was March 14th, 2023. So it was right. It was right before I went to 100 Gex. Okay,
Oh, okay,
I'm
that
gonna
makes
cut that
sense.
shit out.
Yeah,
Trying
yeah,
to
no, that
figure.
was fun. Yeah, yeah. All right.
Um,
So you made a bunch of contacts.
yeah, yeah. So I've since the last episode I went to 100 Gex, and then like a couple weeks ago I saw Jade Movie, both in Chicago, and
And how was it?
great. The Gex one definitely has a lot more baggage with it. That is some crazy shit went on with it. Um,
You want to
so
elaborate?
so I was gonna go to the Gex concert with somebody, and last minute they couldn't go. So I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna go alone. It's like just Chicago. This is gonna suck, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so I was like, oh, I know what I'll do, which is I'm gonna post on the subreddit and be like, make some friends and like get some concert buddies. That was a horrible idea. Uh, Never meet up with anyone off Reddit for
Sorry.
any reason. Um, it was just bad. So I met one guy who seemed kind of cool. Sorry if I sound nasally, I have a sinus infection. Um, I met one guy who was like, "Oh, this guy seems okay," and I first off, I wore my cemetery shirt to the concert, and that was the best possible decision I could have made. Cause fucking, I got like 10 million people dap me up and were like yelling at me and stuff, like in like a positive way.
Yeah,
It was just crazy.
yeah.
People were very nice about it. A lot of mounders at the Gex show.
Yeah, haunted mound, baby.
Yeah, we love Cemetery, kind of. He seems like a guy for sure.
He's like fallen out of favor with you recently, right? Kind of.
He's not making good art. I don't know. He's making the same shit over and over.
Boring. All right. Anyways.
Yeah. So this guy, I added him on Snapchat beforehand, and I found him in the crowd. Uh, because we both got there like hella early, and I found him. We're both front row, and the details are a little hazy on me because it's like almost a year ago now. But at some point, I noticed he's acting really off. He's acting
Mm,
really strange, and it's not like a anxiety thing. It's like this guy is like tweaking,
yeah.
and at one point he leans over to me and is like, "Dude, I'm off like 6 drugs right now, man. I took like shrooms, acid, and like Molly on the train here." And I'm like, "Oh, nice, dude. That's cool.
Sweet.
That's really cool." And like he was like tripping. He was like I went to lean in to like talk to him, and he like visibly like recoiled away from me and like shit like that. It was like, what is happening? Um, and then so the opener starts. It's Machine Girl, and the crowd. I have not been in a more intense crowd than that. I was getting shoved so hard that I felt like I couldn't breathe. Like it was ridiculous. And it's not even me being like a pussy. It was like straight up just like it felt like the entire crowd was just shoving forward and doing nothing else besides pushing the guy in front of you forward. Um,
Everyone's like squashed up like sardines. What the fuck? That's
yes,
how you want it.
I had some lady and she was I don't know if she was doing it on purpose, but yeah, she was pressing her boobs into my back so hard I could like I felt like afterwards there was like two big circles of sweat on my back. It was just
Perfectly spherical circles.
yes. It was just like wow. Um, so after the opener of Machine Girl, which I'm not a huge fan of Machine Girl, but hey, apples to oranges, enjoy whatever you like.
Yeah.
Um, I I get out of the front row of the crowd because fuck that, I was dying in there. I get some water, And then this other chick starts messaging me on Reddit that I talked to previously about meeting up, and was like, "Hey, are you here? Like, we just got here." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm here." And then at this point, I'm like, "Oh hell yeah, dude!" Like, you know, the first
Yeah,
guy was
yeah.
like tweaking, but maybe the second person will be cool. And also, between then and trying to meet up with that chick, I met some like teenager, and like he was like the coolest teenager in the world. He was like we started talking randomly because he likes Cemetery, and like he had been at the Jane show that I had like went to a couple months ago, and like Frailty was his like number one like scrabbled album of all time. I was like, dude, hell yeah, this guy's
Holy
sick.
shit.
And we were just
That's
talking.
impressive.
Yeah, we were talking about music. Oh, so he tried to tap me up, and I'd never tapped up anyone before. I fucked it up so bad.
What did you do? Did
I,
you like
I
handshake?
pretty much yeah.
Oh, you fucking white ass
Dude,
motherfucker.
I'm 22
You
years old.
cracker jack
Nobody is
motherfucker.
tapping me up, dude. I play Counter Strike. There's not, I don't do
What?
anything.
That gives you more reason to know what dapping up is. Counter Strike guys are the same guys that dap people up.
That's true.
You're a
Yeah, I
fool.
fucked it up. And one thing that like, because he was there with his like high school buddies. I don't know how old they were, like 15, 16.
Yeah.
And one thing I was like, "Do you like Homicide Gang?" And I was like, I mean, kind of, I guess, not really. Uh,
You like homicide, yeah.
I was like, yeah, I've like listened to them before, sure. They're like a Playboy Cardi adjacent like music duo.
They were trying to impress you,
I know they were, and I failed the vibe check.
but did it work? Were you impressed?
That they knew Homicide Gang?
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, like they're just
Not really.
like
Fuck that kid.
no, not like no, like nothing's wrong with that. It's just not an
Yeah.
artist I'm like into, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but and then they're like, okay, dude, like let's get like further in the crowd, and like they start just like shoving people out of the way to like get up to the front, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm I think I'm not gonna do that. Uh, so I was like, okay, this like Reddit lady. Um, and for like 10 minutes, like between like the intercession, I could not find her. And finally, she's like, okay, just come to like the far left and go like all the way up. And I finally get there, because this is a big ass venue. It was like 5,000 people or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Sold out show. And I finally find her, and I'm like, hi. No, okay, well, it wasn't like that. I wasn't as like.
Hi.
It wasn't like that. No, I'm like, hey, like I finally, what's up? And we start talking like very briefly, where it's like, oh, what's your name? Hey, and then immediately 100 gigs starts. I'm like, well, okay, and she like turns around in the crowd and looks at the the two gex, and she doesn't look back at me the entire rest of the show. And after like 30 minutes, I'm like, I'm just gonna try to move to like a different part of the crowd, because there's a difference between like watching the crowd, or like watching the show, and like watching the show with somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
She clearly did not want to interact with me at all, and I don't know why. Like, I am not a scary looking person at all. I'm very small and meager,
Five
and
foot four.
yeah, I'm 5'4".
5'4", 60 pounds.
Yeah, 5'4", 600 pounds.
That's 60.
I know.
5'4", 600 pounds.
um, but yeah, so I mean, yeah, it was a good show. I was such I was if I hadn't tried to meet up with her, I was in such a better spot in the crowd. I was kind of in a shitty spot the entire show because of this
In the top
freaking
left corner.
yeah, the top left corner where I couldn't see the screen even behind them. Um, so everybody I met that wasn't on Reddit was awesome. I talked with lots of people who had Blade shirts on. Uh, they were all really nice. Everyone I didn't meet off Reddit was a gem.
Was was great. Everyone you met on Reddit was awful.
Yeah, they were just clearly did not want to interact with me, or if they did, they were tweaking hard and very uncomfortable to be around.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
it was a good show. The crowd was awesome. Also, the kid that was at the kid I met that was at the Jane show and at the Gex show, he was at the Jane show I went to a couple of weeks ago because he filmed and posted it, and I follow him on YouTube.
Hell
So
yeah.
we've gone to 3 different concerts together now, which is
Gee.
weird.
Now, well, now you've got your concert homie, the 15-year-old Homicide Gang fan.
Yeah, shout out that guy.
Shout out that guy for real. Gee, I have had no good experiences with the teenagers of today.
Really, not at all.
No, no, not really, no.
Well, yeah.
Like, I don't know. What were you gonna say?
I would say, well, also that they're all New Zealand teenagers, so maybe they're
Yeah, like I'm
skewed.
talking like just like the general public.
Yeah.
Like, I was on a bus. This was just a couple days ago. I might have told you about this. I did tell you about this. I remember. I was on a bus a couple days ago, and it's the bus to my mother's place, which is the same bus that all the kids from my old boys high school take to go to and from school. And me being the fucking dillweed I am, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go run this errand at 3 p.m. right when school fucking ends. So I hop on my silly little bus, and we go by my school, and fucking 80 kids walk on. It's like sardines in the fucking bus. Like, literally to the point where the bus driver's like, I'm sorry, you can't go on. It's too full.
Jesus.
And because they're all teenage boys, they all smell really bad. But my new observation is that the kids from my school have not changed at all. They're still the exact same, except now they all have disposable vapes and undercuts. And
Wow.
that's the only difference.
That's the one major difference.
That's the one major difference. They were hitting them on the fucking bus, dude.
That's fucked up. And
It's
then like
like,
the air just has this like weird like fake fruity chemical smell.
dude, no, it's because it's not even like the like nice fruity disposables. It's the shitty like mint ones
Oh
that you can
god.
get at like the gas station. It's like one of those, and like everyone has one, and like, and the bus was just full of like the most disgusting air I've ever had the fucking pleasure to inhale.
That's gross.
It was so fucking gross. Yeah. No, children. I don't enjoy interacting with them very much.
I don't
I don't even enjoy like I don't like interacting with like that many people my own age that much. They're all I don't know. I've been having struggling relating to people.
yeah.
Oh wait, this could tie into a topic.
Yeah.
The dating apps.
Dating apps.
Dating apps. Holy fuck. I'd rather.
You've had a time with those.
That's what you want to call it, dude.
A time,
Yeah. I've usually well actually, fucking viewers don't know. Last episode, I proudly declared that I was in a relationship. That is no longer true.
Is that really what you announced it? And then really? And that really?
Yeah, last
Wow.
episode, yeah,
That
was when I
is
told people, and it's not true anymore.
well.
Well,
It was a good run.
Yep. I won't talk any further.
Well, I mean now we can be more
Well,
public about it.
yeah, that's true.
Me and Sam
I
are
mean,
dating.
you do have, your love instant right now.
I didn't know you were gonna say that.
I'm done. I don't have a reply.
Where do we go from there?
Yeah, that was impossible. I hit us on a hard full stop there. Okay. Back to topic.
Back to dating apps.
But all right, dude. Everyone's so. This is gonna sound like a fucking prick cunt. Everyone's so fucking boring. At least on dating apps. Oh my god. Like I do my best out here to like continue conversation with these people and get to know them. There's no reciprocation ever. It's like, hey, H, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? This beautiful afternoon. That's me replying because it's a fucking sentence. And they go, I'm good.
That's like, well,
it's like, okay, cool. I'm glad to know you're good.
awesome, yeah.
It's like, oh. And like, they all have like exactly one interest that they won't stop talking about, even if it's very clear I either know nothing or am entirely uninterested.
What's
and like,
is it hiking or like smoking weed?
it's
Those are the two that I ran into.
I haven't had that much smoking weed discussion,
Not at all.
which is odd considering I'm like I like to partake in the marijuana.
Yeah.
I mean, like I've talked to a couple of them about like drugs and stuff because that's like an interesting topic. But fucking like yeah, they always just talk about like hiking, gym, study. Those are like the three hobbies of the average New Zealand person. And it's like there's that old Germa tweet from forever ago that I consistently relate to every single day where it's like, why is everyone on dating apps like outdoorsy? I want myself a fucking slug woman. I think is what he said. Like, and that reverberates through me constantly.
Yeah.
But oh my god, it's not fun, and it doesn't help that like I don't know. I feel like most people like me a lot more when they talk to me as compared to just seeing my face. Obviously, this is probably the case with like everyone in the world, but actually, that's not true. There's some very pretty people that are awful. But like, if you're not gonna engage conversation, why are you here?
Yeah.
I don't get it. Anyways, that's my little dating app rant. Complete. Because I'm peeved. I don't really use them that much anymore. They're boring. That's all.
I've briefly used I don't know what it's called.
Was it Hinge or Bumble?
I used Bumble like BFF.
Yeah, that's right.
And
yeah,
it's stupid because it only matches you with people who are the same gender as you. And I put my gender as non-binary. There's like 10 non-binary people in where I live, American Midwest. So that's awesome that it just does that for you and there's no way to choose who you want to match with.
Yeah.
I met some cool people. I haven't like met up with any of them, but I've like talked to them. We're like mutuals on social media that I forget about for years and then message me like,
Dude,
hey, how's it going?
Well, that's good. At least you like keeping, making pals. That's something. Because like all my Tinder dates are like, at this point, it's just like we're mutuals on like Instagram, but we never interact with each other. I just see them.
Yeah, you're always watching their stories.
Every single one, and I'm liking everyone, and I'm sending like the thirsty emojis.
And they're just never replying to you.
They never reply to me. And I don't know why.
They never look at your stories.
But yeah, that's like I had a date recently. It went well-ish, but they ghosted me. But I don't care. That happens.
Really? Just straight up just afterwards, like nothing?
Well, not nothing. They were like, we were trying to schedule like a second date, and then they were like, "Sorry, I'm busy this week." And I was like, "That's so good. Just like let me know when you're free." And that was left undelivered. So I was like, "Damn, that's fine. That's cool." But yeah, no, I've had zero success. The last success was the last relationship, if you technically.
Yeah. Was that from a dating
Tinder?
app?
That was from Tinder, yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was a Tinder date. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't. I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't know what else. What's been happening?
Porter Robinson's releasing a new album soon.
I didn't actually. Oh, I did know that.
I'm very excited.
Um, yeah, you love your fucking
I love Porter.
queer Porter Rose.
He's normal. He's not gay.
He may as well be.
He likes anime.
Okay, never mind. He's straight.
Yeah, see?
Oh, you flat. I moved to a new flat.
Oh yeah.
Different flat from last episode. New flat. I only
New
moved
flat.
in like 3 weeks ago, probably 4 weeks ago ish. Um, yeah, it's in a far busier part of town, so preemptively, this hasn't happened yet, which I'm very thankful for. But if a very fast car drives past, you're gonna fucking hear it, and it's gonna be fucking loud. So
Hell
sorry.
yeah.
um, but yeah, this place is nice. It's good. I don't know. I don't, I'm with my homies once more. Some OG homies from my high school days. Uh, and we hang out and we fuck around. And I went to a small time concert a couple weeks ago for my buddy. I talked to you about it before I left, if you remember.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I went
Was it
to that.
good?
That was fun. Yeah, it was fun as hell.
Nice.
Um, yeah, because my homies is a musician performing at like local venues and shit. So we pull up, and it was a good time. But dude, okay, you're gonna call me bad names,
Am
but
I?
like, I mean, you might. But like, whenever I'm out, especially in bars, the only people that like seem to want to talk to me, or at the very least are interesting to talk to, are like the 40-plus-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
They want to talk
Like,
to you?
yeah,
That's crazy.
but like, because I don't know. I think it's just because like people my age, they don't just like at like bars and stuff. They don't like to just like sit down, But like the 40-year-olds, they're sitting the fuck down, you know.
Yeah.
So like, I like to sit down. I don't want to be on my feet all the fucking time in front of all the loud music and shit. I like to take a couple breaks, but that's like not the case with like anyone else, apparently. So I just sit down and then like end up talking to like 40-year-olds who are like half asleep and mostly drunk. And it's honestly significantly more fulfilling than trying to yell at people my age over the fucking loud ass music about where my like shirt came from or something.
Hey, that's fair.
But yeah, that I don't like going out to like bars or clubs or whatever, because I go to pubs and I drink alone in my room in front of my computer or with my friends.
What's the difference between a pub and a bar?
A bar is more like party themed, sort of. A pub is
You
like
go there.
you go there like after work and have a beer and like a steak and then you go home.
I see.
A bar is like you get the fucking the the Super Mario flavored cocktail and
And
drink
like
18 of those
and
and
play
like
darts.
throw up. Yeah, and like they play darts and pool. And then a club is just a huge group of people in a big empty room with a bunch of music playing
Yeah.
and a bar out front somewhere.
There's a bar near me that's pretty nice. I don't go there,
Yeah, I
but
mean the place I went to was nice, but like it was super small venue. Like I've been to the big ones in town. I mentioned this to you earlier, but like the problem with where I live, like specifically where I live, is like there's too many people and there's not enough to do.
yeah.
So like if you're in like down like quote unquote downtown on like a Saturday night or something, you're gonna see like 1,000, 2,000 people like in queues outside pubs and bars and clubs and fucking whatever.
Jesus.
Like, and it's impossible to get in without waiting like 45 minutes while you're surrounded by people who are literally asleep on the street because they were just in said bar and drank way too much and fell asleep on the sidewalk. And it's like, this sucks. Yeah, don't go to clubs.
Yeah.
Bars are okay. Pubs are great.
Yeah,
Clubs are
I've
not
I've
fun.
never been to a club before.
Only reason you should go to a club, and this is real, is if you want to get fucked.
Like,
Everyone there is like horny,
yeah.
because that's where you go for like one night stands. You go to the club. But I don't fuck with that noise. I don't like one night stands. I don't like them. I don't know
I
why.
couldn't do that. Unless it was like with you or something.
But like, but you'd only do one night.
We could do 2 or 3.
I saw like crying. But yeah, as someone who doesn't do one night stands, doesn't like crowded places with stank ass air, clubs are not for me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Um, yeah, have I mentioned this on the cast before? I have this weird fucking thing where I hate breathing in stagnant air. Hate it. I hate it. Like when the car window's been rolled up for too long and you're on like a road trip
Yeah.
and the air is like stale. If I like, it makes me want to vomit. And that's all bars are. It's just stagnant air.
Yeah.
Except it smells worse because it's probably like vomit, piss, and various liquors spilled all over the floor.
Yeah.
So it's fucking it stonks. I don't know. What else has been happening?
I think we can do one more topic and then we'll say
All right,
goodbye.
one more topic. One more topic. One more topic. One more
I was
topic.
thinking,
Okay.
freaking movies we've been watching recently.
I was thinking about talking about this too, but I really don't want to talk about Bo is Afraid because no one's gonna know what the fuck
We
we're
don't have
talking
to get
about.
into it, but we can just say we watched Bo is Afraid. We've probably spent at this point probably around 2 hours talking about it.
Yeah, but in like 3 days, like 3-4 days, like thinking about it.
Yeah. It's a movie for sure.
It's a movie.
It's a
I think
strange
it's
one.
good.
Yeah.
I
would like to watch it again, honestly.
remember. I was gonna say this, but I also remember right after we watched the movie, you were like, "I don't think I'd watch this again."
Well, I've come back on it. I've come back to it.
You've rolled back around.
Yeah, because even
fucking
like, and this is not influenced from anything, but like, I remember reading about it, and I even told you, I was like, I read that like the first hour is a perfect black comedy, but there was nothing like explicitly that funny to me. It was just kind of uncomfortable. But thinking back on it, the first hour is actually really funny. It's just when you're in it, you're like, fuck, dude, he's in hell. This sucks.
yeah.
But there are so many things that are just inherently just
there's like the
ridiculous.
naked crackhead on the street that's like stabbing people.
Yeah, I know. Like that is funny, but like
yeah.
On first watch, I'm like, this is like I'm scared. Like
Yeah, on
like
the first watch,
there's
I was like,
yeah,
it was like Shaun of the Dead. I was like, what the fuck's happening?
yeah.
Like it felt like a zombie movie.
I know it did.
But no, I honestly I would definitely recommend it. It's worth thinking about afterwards. Don't just watch it and like ignore it, because otherwise you won't understand anything. Like I didn't, like we didn't get shit
Yeah, not really.
on our first watch. We had to like fucking
Talk about
produce
it.
theorems on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool, kind of fun, kind of interesting. But yeah, we watched that. What else have we been watching? I showed you the Florida Project.
Yes, we watched the Florida Project. Amazing movie. I love that. I loved it.
It was, yeah, I love that film. That's excellent.
Sean Baker.
Sean Baker, baby. Watch Red Rocket. If you're listening right now, watch Red Rocket,
What?
the film by Sean Baker.
Watch Red Rocket. I need to watch Red
What?
Rocket again. We need to watch Red Rocket again.
Hello?
Hello, am I lagging?
I don't know if it
Am
was
I
me or
back?
you, but you went to like fast forward for a second. It was insane.
So no, that I sometimes that my brain does that. I just talk really quickly. Um,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, we need to watch Red Rocket again.
We do. All right. Yeah.
Cause
Any viewers listening, watch that fucking movie. It's great. It makes me laugh so much,
there's Red
and it
Rocket.
is like one of the best like pieces discussing like a current American society
It's
that
good.
I can think of. It's great.
You got me to watch. I watched Moonlight. I think by myself. Moonlight's
Yes. Yeah.
amazing.
You watched that. Yeah. Moonlight's great. I love that movie. Um.
Moonlight is
What
it's a queer
else?
film. But like
Yeah. It's one of
it's
the faggots.
actually yeah, it's a faggot movie, but it's like it's actually really I guess I shouldn't say actually really good, but it's I have run into lots of queer media recently, or
That's
like
really bad.
that is just it doesn't stick with me. It's just like, oh, that was like okay, or like, oh, that was like fine.
Do you know what we got to talk about, dude?
What?
I'm sorry. I know you said one more topic, but this is important.
What? What's happening?
Lady Ballers.
Dude, yes, Lady Ballers.
We gotta talk about Lady Ballers.
Me and Sam were probably in the first 10,000 people to ever watch Lady Ballers.
We watched that shit like day one.
We watched
Like,
it
or
opening
it
night.
was like day two. I don't care. Whatever. And I watched it in theaters, IMAX. No, okay. We watched that shit. I torrented it because I'm not paying money for that shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Um, and we watched it, and holy shit, that film is something else.
It's
Um,
so,
I
it's
don't
just
know.
something.
You're probably more rightfully to speak on this film than me.
Yeah, I guess for a little bit of background on it, Lady Ballers is a comedy film uh created by TP Turning Point USA. They're a right-wing media
Yeah,
conglomerate. They host shows like Ben Shapiro's show, Candace Owens' show,
Jordan Peterson.
maybe Jordan Peterson, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the he's there.
Yeah,
I think.
like Matt Walsh, who did the
Mm-hmm.
What is a Woman documentary. So just some real, some real American characters.
Real high
And
class stars.
they were like, let's make a comedy film similar to like Adam Sandler, like early 2000s film type comedy.
Yeah,
And let's have all of these talking heads in the movie. And
yeah,
it's Lady Ballers, so I mean, of course it's going to be about trans women in sports. Um, kind of. I guess that's kind of what it's about.
yeah. I mean, hardly. It's mostly just about like how trans people are fake.
Yeah,
That's
how
pretty much the whole like theme of the movie.
yeah, it's a real trip. It's about these like failing basketball team, high school ex.
Ex high school like superstars,
Yeah,
like
that are
like I don't know, like national winners or some gay shit
yeah,
like that.
and the coach is like, I think you guys should say you're women so we can do women's basketball and make a lot of money.
No, the turning point was is that the main guy was working at the drag like restaurant,
Yeah,
and he turned up to the track race in his drag gear for some reason, and then the
he got
lady who's a triggered leftist, the guy was like, I would like to submit my guy into the race, and she's like, no, sorry, we're not accepting any more white men. And then the guy turns up in drag, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't realize you were." It's like, I didn't realize you were such a beautiful trans woman.
oh my god,
You're allowed it. Do you remember that fucking
yes,
scene?
I forgot about that scene. Yeah,
Um,
there's that weird
it-
throughput where that character is definitely trans, but it just gets completely dunked on by
yes,
the main character at the very end.
that was the strangest part. Like they could have, I don't know, put some sense of humanity that isn't just like complete cynicism in it with that character on that ending scene. Because like the film ends and like Sid guy that was in drag is like, well, this is how I truly feel. Like this is who I really am. I've never felt more comfortable my whole life, like in my body.
Yeah.
And then the fucking lead guy, whatever his name, Mr. Boring, whatever, um, is like, no,
Yeah,
pretty much.
pretty much he like they put in this line that's like, "Oh, well, like he does care." But in reality, all he says is like, "I think you're mentally ill. If you want help, I
Yeah,
can like get you help, but also you're like a fucking stupid man.
yeah. He's like, no, you're a man.
No, you're a
Like,
man, and if you think something's different with you, like I can get you help, but also you're like you're like mentally ill, and no,
and you should go
you
to fucking jail.
and you shouldn't live like this."
Yeah, it was like, cause that was like the moment where I was like, holy shit, they actually gonna do like a trans character, like that would be insane
Yeah.
for this right wing shit. Like that would be something to like not put absolutely everyone off this film, as if they weren't enough there already to do that. However, that would be at least one kind of interesting quality, and then they just fucked it immediately and saying, okay,
It's
well,
insane. Like that entire character's arc was it was written on purpose to have them have this point at the end where they are that they realize they're trans, only to
yeah,
immediately get dunked on by like the main character coach guy. Like that's the only reason there's all these little things throughout the film that's like this character enjoys it way more than all the other characters. That's
yeah,
interesting. Only for them to get that's just so like
yeah,
that is
and then
so
he's just like
disgusting. That's
immediate
horrible.
shutdown.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it was gross. Because the whole film, like, he's the only guy that's like consistently wearing like women's clothing and like makeup and shit.
Yeah.
And like the scenes of him like shaving his legs and all that, and it's like, why did you like draw all that out just to like immediately just fucking just kill this fucking
I
character?
know.
Like,
It's horrible.
it's awful. But
Yeah.
fuck,
Anyway, amazing film. Well, I definitely recommend you
amazing
to watch
film.
that.
Um, legitimately, don't watch it. Not even torrented. It's not worth your time.
It's not worth it. It's worth it if you're watching an opening night with your good buddy Sam.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Well, now
yeah,
you know what to expect from us. That we've told you basically the whole premise.
yeah, and
Um.
add like random like grown-ups esque like
Oh,
slapstick
there's
comedy
so
bits.
much slapstick. I forgot how much slapstick there was in that fucking movie, and none of it was good.
None of it's good.
It wasn't like well done slapstick. It sucked,
Grown-ups does slapstick better than
dude.
Lady
I
Ballers.
I, I watched Grown Ups like the other night. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's like a classic movie to me. I used to watch it all the time when I was like a kid. I know every beat, every single plot point to that movie.
You can watch it in your head like that guy that watched Shrek in his head.
Literally, I probably could. At least like the main scene. Like I don't know what it is with me, Grown Ups. Grown Ups 2 sucks though. Don't watch that one.
I don't remember. I don't remember the differences.
Grown Ups 2
Anyway.
is the one where David Spade rolls down a hill in a big tire and then he throws up, but it's
Oh,
really funny.
I remember that.
Glad you remember that part.
Classic scene.
Classic.
Pivotal moment in cinema history.
A pivotal moment is when David Spade rolled down a big hill in a tire and threw up. This cinematic technique had never been used before.
It's been dubbed the grown-ups tire technique.
It's been called the David Spade technique. You projectile vomit on command.
All the top A-listers are rolling down hills in big tires to make them get better actors.
New TikTok trend. The David Spade Challenge. Everyone's rolling down Beverly Hills, big tractor tires. And they keep getting hit by buses.
Yeah, they keep getting punched by big buses.
Didn't that happen in the movie? Didn't he get like hit by a car? Like while he was rolling his tire? Alright, I feel like that happened.
Probably.
Ugh.
Anyway, I guess we can wrap her up.
We can wrap it up. A little speedy, quick one for the boys and girls and hunks 8's back home.
Back in preschool.
Dude, I don't know how people can like understand what I say.
I can understand.
Like in general. Well, yeah, but that's because you're like adjusted to like Sam language.
I feel the same way. I slur almost like every single word I say.
Same. I slur all my words. Like sometimes I'll just be talking to my friends and like, "Are you drunk?" And it's like, "No."
Jonathan, yeah,
it's just how I talk.
Oh, I same. John spends so much time with me that like sometimes I'll be like, so and he'll know exactly what I meant and said. I'll be like, what the? How do you know that?
How did you catch that?
He's like, I don't know.
I don't know. It just did. I just fucking. Every so often I just say some shit that is just unintelligible even to me. Like there's a bunch of clips of me where I'm just like, oh fuck! I put the headphone cord out. No, dude. Not professional. Fuck.
Jimmy's gonna be pissed.
Oh, I'm back.
All right.
Hey.
Goodbye, viewers. Goodbye, Jimmy.
Yeah, bye, Jimmy.
Thanks for
Pay
listening.
us more money for a fucking monkey kitchen, you piece of shit. I got monkey pox from that.
Dude, me too. Wait. Oh, that's crazy.
We got monkeypox from working in the monkey kitchen with all the monkeys.
That's fucked up, dude. I forgot I both had monkeypox that one time.
But I still have it. It didn't go away.
It didn't go away?
No.
I can't look
like
at my
all
back,
over, like
so...
my. Yeah, that's where it is.
Oh man, I might still have it too.
It's like it's a rash and it's in the perfect shape of a monkey's head.
That's fucked up.
That's what monkeypox is. And you start growing hair out of your fingernails.
Is that what? Dude, I thought that was from like. I thought that was because I was trans. I thought it was like a god thing. I thought it was like a.
A god thing? God is trans and grows hair out of his fingernails.
I'm just edit there with that sentence.